Henyard says she is endorsing a new board, but not announcing who they are just yet, instead promising to name them later this month. Henyard is under investigation by the
Now she's teasing a big announcement that she claims will result in some of her opponents being arrested.
In Dalton, Illinois, Mayor Tiffany Henyard's re-election party is stirring up significant discussion, particularly due to its hefty $50 entrance fee. This prize point not only sets a tone of exclusivity, but also raises questions about the nature of fundraising and political strategy in the face of ongoing controversies surrounding her administration. So, Henyard's time in office have been tumultuous, characterized by allegations of mismanagement, voter suppression, and questionable appointments. These issues have created a deeply divided community, and the high cost of the re-election event has sparked debate about its implications for campaign finance and the overall state of leadership in Dalton. Critics argue that asking supporters to pay such a steep entry is a sign of desperation, especially amid allegations of financial misconduct within her administration. Concerns have been voiced about the misallocation of taxpayer money, and many residents are questioning the mayor's fiscal responsibility for these skeptics. The event feels less like a genuine campaign effort and more like a tactic to address financial shortfalls left unaccounted for during her tenure. Supporters of Henyard, however, offer a contrasting view. They defend the entrance fee as a demonstration of her strength and resilience as a leader, asserting that her ability to rally financial and public support reflects political savvy, even in the face of intense scrutiny. This perspective suggests that the mayor is capable of navigating the turbulent waters of local politics and can still attract loyal supporters willing to invest in her campaign. Nonetheless, the decision to impose such a high entry fee raises significant concerns about inclusivity. While it may galvanize some constituents, it risks alienating others, particularly those struggling with economic hardships. The divide between Henyard supporters and detractors underscores broader issues within Dalton regarding access to leadership and the socioeconomic realities faced by many residents, given the local challenges, including rising crime and governance instability. The notion of paying $50 to support a leader embroiled in controversy feels burdensome to many. Henyard has cultivated a narrative as a tenacious, polarizing figure who often portrays herself as a victim of political attacks. She dismisses her critics as motivated by envy or ambition. This re-election party, with its hefty price tag, fits into that narrative, serving as both a display of her self-proclaimed resilience and a test of her supporters' loyalty. How her base interprets this high-cost event, whether as a bold act of defiance or a tone of gesture, remains to be seen as the community grapples with trust issues and governance challenges. The implications of this fundraising strategy become even more critical. Critics argue that events like Henyard's re-election party exacerbate existing divides and create a spectacle in an already contentious political landscape. Finally, according to some critics of the event, criticizing the launch of ongoing debates about her administration's record, including allegations of backdoor dealings and poor departmental appointments, highlight the complex dynamics at play ultimately. In Hen's re-election bid seem to be as much about solidifying her legacy as they are about regaining public trust, a trust that continues to waver. Framing her campaign around high-priceful events, she reinforces an image of a leader who thrives on conflict and spectacle. However, residents must consider whether such tactics truly serve Dalton's long-term interest. So, this re-election party encapsulates broader questions about how much residents are willing or able to invest in their leadership. While some view the steep entry fee as a sign of strength, others see it as a continuation marked by high-stakes decisions and unresolved controversies as the night unfolds. And funds are raised. One thing is clear. Henyard's leadership continues to dominate discussions in Dalton, leaving many to ponder whether this latest move will bolster her support or expose her vulnerabilities in a community yearning for unity and stability. So 2025, yet Tiffany Henyard has officially decided she wants to stay as mayor despite the cloud of controversy since taking office in 2021. Tiffany Hen's tenure as mayor of Dalton, a modest town of about 200, zero residents just south of Chicago, has unfolded like a high-stakes political drama marked by controversy, accusations, and intrigue. Her administration has been criticized for financial mismanagement, corruption, abuse of authority, and allegations of using the local police force to intimidate political opponents. Critics, including former allies, accused Henyard of a consistent pattern of misusing public funds and engaging in wasteful expenditures, even using town revenues for personal interests. This cloud of controversy has destabilized Dalton, which is already grappling with significant financial struggles, raising serious doubts about Hen's ability to prioritize the needs of her constituents. Accusations of directing resources toward personal ventures and questionable financial dealings have intensified frustration among residents who feel actions are out of sync with their communal struggles and are contributing to the town's decline. Many citizens and local officials question whether she is genuinely working for Dalton's betterment or using her position for personal gain. Critics highlight her alleged financial practices and perceived lack of transparency, arguing that these have worsened the town's problems rather than addressing its critical needs as unrest grows. Even some of Hen's former allies have voiced concern over what they perceive as an administration prioritizing personal ambition over public service. This sentiment
Put up here to see her tenant in person after she says Henyard has been dodging both her and rent payments.
Tiffany
Henyard's tenure as mayor of Dalton has been marred by allegations of financial impropriety, misuse of public resources, and questionable leadership, making her re-election campaign a focal point of controversy and public debate. Send to the criticism are claims of extravagant misuse of the village's credit card, including a staggering $443,000 Amazon shopping spree, alongside thousands of dollars spent on upscale dining, entertainment, and travel, all while Dalton's finances remain in dire straits. These alleged missteps have fueled skepticism about her priorities as residents grapple with the disconnect between their financial struggles and her apparent disregard for fiscal responsibility. Adding to the controversy is her contentious use of police officers as a personal security detail. Following a protest after a shooting in 2021, former Dalton Police Chief Robert Collins, who was later fired by Henyard, alleged that she racked up over $1 million in overtime pay for officers serving as her bodyguards. More troubling are Collins's claims that these officers were often assigned to run personal errands for the mayor, such as picking up her daughter from school or accompanying her on shopping trips. Such allegations suggest a troubling pattern of misusing public resources for personal interests, compounding residents' frustrations over an administration that seems out of touch with their concerns. Henyard's critics argue that these practices symbolize a broader issue of unchecked power and an erosion of ethical governance. Collins further alleged that Henyard instructed him to target specific individuals for harassment, heightening accusations of abuse of authority and the misuse of law enforcement for personal vendettas. These claims paint a disturbing picture of a leadership style characterized by coercion, intimidation, and a lack of transparency, further undermining public trust in her administration. The timing of Henyard's re-election bid has raised questions about her motivations, with some perceiving it as a desperate attempt to retain power amid growing opposition. And the $50 admission fee for her re-election party has sparked additional criticism, as residents question whether such a bold fundraising move is appropriate given Dalton's financial struggles and the allegations against her administration detractors see the campaign as a defiant stance in the face of mounting evidence of misconduct, while her supporters frame it as a testament to her resilience and determination to move past controversies. Hen's unapologetic approach to her campaign suggests she remains confident in her ability to weather criticism. However, this confidence is not universally shared in a community increasingly divided over her leadership for many residents. Woo! Oh. The re-election bid symbolizes a choice between endorsing the status quo or pushing for a fresh start amid growing disillusionment with local governance. The use of village resources has become a focal point in the ongoing debate about her administration, raising broader concerns about leadership, accountability, and ethical decision-making. Critics argue that her alleged